In this video, we talk about how we do a hitch
in West Coast swing.
Hey gang, Brian B here.
And Miss Megan.
West Coast Swing Online, and we had a question how to do a hitch in West Coast Swing. So let's show a hitch, and then we'll talk about a couple of different ways that we can approach it footwork-wise, and then within our connection. So by a hitch, I mean this: 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So a hitch, instead of dancing, if we use a sugar push and a whip, right? Instead of dancing right onto the 1, right, we are going to wait. So if we're counting the music, 5, 6, 7, 8, we hold 1, then we dance and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. If we use a whip, we're counting the music 5, 6, 7, 8, hold 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So let's break this down the most fundamental way. First thing, we'll just talk about the footwork and the timing. It's not going to look good yet between us. Then we'll talk about the connection and how that's going to affect what we're doing. So if we use our sugar push, right, and I'm in my little position of anchor stepped, what I need to do is I need to let both of us need to let the 1 go by on the music. We need to let the first part of the first beat go by 1. Then we're going to dance and 2. So normally, if Miss Megan, can you walk 1, 2 for me? Actually, just walk 1. So she walks 1, right? So I've hitched for the 1, but then I need to get there and catch up on the and of 1, so we're matched. Then we dance 2. Does that make sense? So Megan is controlling the timing. She's just like a metronome now. So she's dancing on the 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. That makes sense? So instead of stepping right on that 1, I have to delay, wait for the 1, but I still need to use this foot, so I'm going to need to step on the back half of the 1, or the and beat of the 1. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. That makes sense? So if we did it again dry, this is going to look not very good, but normal time would be this: 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now our hitch: 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Normal time, walk 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now our hitch, hold 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. So within our body, literally stepping it out to get that timing is going to be super important. So we need to know where those beats are, and then we need to delay just a little bit, and then use the and beat to catch up. Does that make sense? Cool. So from a connection standpoint, here's what's going on. As we've anchored and created some connection, right? What's the rule of West Coast Swing? The follower isn't going until the leader initiates. What happens if the leader delays the initiation? There's no lead. What happens if the leader then leads? Game on, the pattern's on. We got to catch up with our footwork. So here's what I mean. If we dance a basic sugar push first and then we delay for the hitch, it would look like this: 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. So what's happening is we're building into that anchor, we're building in 5 and 6, and we're still stretching away on the 1. So our weight is moving back into the connection. The leader has not initiated the follower, and you would never pull, but meaning I have not initiated with my step. So we've rolled in 5 and 6. We are holding 1. Now the leader initiates. We both have to step and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Cool. So let's talk about what I feel in my body doing that, because I'm moving backwards during the hitch. The follower is moving forward, so it's a different sensation for each one of us. As the leader, I think it's much easier. As I'm rolling through my anchor step, 5 and 6, I'm rolling my weight back, right? I'm rolling my weight back into the 1. So my body is in flight, right? I'm headed the direction I'm going to go. 1, then I need to catch up with my feet, and 2. So because my direction is the same as my step, where I'm stretching back and I'm moving into the and 2, it's a much more natural feeling. But for the followers, it's a different feeling.
Yeah, so followers, if we anchored 5 and 6, it's more of a feeling of going further back into your anchor. So 6, 1 is going almost a pop back, and then you have 2 options with this. I'm coming back to my foot for and 2, just faster, okay? So triple step 1 and 2, and I'm coming down onto my toe. It just makes it a little smoother. Or 5 and 6, 1. You can also bring this in for and 2.
Cool. So if in a more basic hitch, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 1, if there's enough time for her to move forward, and 2, 3, and 4, she'll come forward onto that right foot, right? So we do that again, stretching. If this is our 1, right, if there's enough time, she'll move forward, and 2, almost like a normal walk, at least in the size of the steps, maybe not the timing. But if I leave her there even longer, 1E and like to the very end of the beat, she might not have time to take a step out on the right foot. So that's where you'll see people do this. We go 5 and 6, 1. We're out of time. Sorry. 5 and 6, 1E, and she's out of time. She's just going to go underneath and 2, and off we go. Anchor step. Cool beans? So we do it from the other side. We'll do a sugar push basic with a hitch, and then we'll do a whip with a hitch. So basic sugar push, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, hitch and step. Oh, how about I do a real sugar push? Dear God. So basic sugar push, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So why, when we're hitching, is this for the followers, this the and 2 important? Because on count 2 of the pattern, that's when things really change. The 1 is almost always a forward step, right? If we look at a sugar push, forward step for the follower. We look at a side pass, forward step for the follower. We look at a whip, forward step for the follower. It's the same, it's the same, it's the same. That's why we can play with the 1 and the and, but the 2 becomes important, right? Because if we hitch 1 and 2, sugar push. But what happens on a whip? That step has to go back, things change. 1, right? Then we have to use the and now the lead still happens, 2, and we turn this into a whip, and off we go. So for your hitch, practice your, we'll do it this way, practice in your mind, 1 sugar push first. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, hold, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, hold, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, hold, and 2. That's the first stage. Second stage is being able to do it within your own body. So we'll do 1 basic first. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. And then finally, that feel between the partners, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. You'll note the footwork is super small. So again, one of the theories that I have of West Coast swing, and this is why a lot of the top dancers in West Coast swing have some sort of dance background, and that's not an excuse for those of us who don't. I certainly didn't when I started. I was an athlete, but certainly not a dancer. But cultivating the ability to move in your own body. So developing this ability within your own body, right? Then when I touch my partner's hand, that feel is in my body, and it's going to be easier for us to connect and communicate. So there is your video on how to hitch in West Coast swing. Super cool concept. Thanks for whoever, was that an email? Don't remember. Maybe an email that came in. So thanks. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We put out 3 videos a week. Go ahead and head to West Coast Swing online. In your email, get a free membership. Then you'll be part of our Move of the Week Club. We send out 2 videos per month, exclusive stuff to our email subscribers. They're really, really cool stuff, and you can keep up to date with what's going on with us because there's always stuff going on. So we'll see you guys again soon.